Did they have priest schools, like we have schools? If so, I imagine it went something like this. Hello there, I'm Terence Darius, and I'm your teacher. Welcome you young student priests. Today I'm going to show you how to do sacrificing. First, we take a goat and chop off its head. We collect the blood in a bucket. Now we throw it over the statue of Jupiter. Now I'll skin the goats. Now roast the flesh. And we feed the people in the temple. Finally, I take the bloody skin and wrap it round myself. How do I look? Now I run around whipping the people in the temple. Take it! Take it! Wasn't that fun? And the gods liked it too. That's the main thing, innit? Some of the ideas the Romans had were a little bit odd. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you 10 foul facts. You have 2 seconds to answer, true or false. See how many you score. If you get 5 or more, you get some roast head of goat. Get less than 5, and the goat gets roast head of you. Are you ready? Question number 1. The Romans believed it was bad luck to enter a house left foot first. True or false? It's true. Rich Romans put a servant at the door to make sure that everyone entered right foot first, and that's where we get the servant's name, footman. Question 2. The Romans believed sausages should be banned. True or false? The answer's true. Sausages were banned in Rome by Emperor Constantine. They were eaten at barbarian festivals, and Constantine didn't want the Romans mixed up with those dreadful people. Question 3. The Romans believed it was lucky to have a cow on the roof of your house. True or false? That's false. They believed it was unlucky to have a cow on your roof. In 191 BC, 2 cows climbed onto the roof of a Roman house. The city priests said it was a bad sign. They ordered the cattle to be burned alive and have their ashes scattered on the river Tiber. Question 4. Roman women would comb their hair with the spear of a dead man for luck. True or false? That's gruesome but true. The man should have been killed in the arena, and the fresher the better. Question 5. The Romans believed in ghosts. True or false? True. A murdered person would haunt the world, hoping to take revenge on the murderer, they believed. Question 6. Roman men believed that if they dreamed of being a gladiator, they would marry a rich woman. True or false? It's true. The bad news is the rich woman you married would be sly and big-headed. Question 7. The Romans believed the Empress Agrippina's birthday was a lucky day in Rome. True or false? No, that's false. Emperor Tiberius hated Agrippina and sent her to Pandataria Island, where she starved herself to death. The emperor made her birthday one of Rome's days of bad luck. Question 8. The Romans believed that animals could only be sacrificed after they'd asked for it. True or false? It's true. The animal that went for the chop had to show it wanted to die. How? By stretching its neck out for the axe. Could the Romans cheat and get the animal to stretch its neck out? Maybe dangle a carrot in front of a goat? You bet they could. Question number 9. The Romans believed that crows were lucky. True or false? That's false. Crows were an unlucky sign. Ruthless Roman rebel Sejanus was surrounded by cawing crows that went off to settle on the prison roof. Sejanus should have seen it as a sign. Shortly after, he was arrested and executed. He was surprised by the arrest, but the crows had tried to warn him. Question 10. Romans believed a lightning strike was caused by angry gods, so they sacrificed 4 enemies to keep the gods happy. True or false? True. In 228 BC, the lightning scared the Roman emperor, and a fortune teller said there was only one way to stop it happening again: sacrificing 4 enemy prisoners. They buried 2 Celts and 2 Greeks alive under the Forum. They could still be there to this day. So, how did you score? More than 5? Then take this disc to your local Roman temple and claim your fresh goat head. Less than 5? Never mind. You probably can't find your way to the nearest Roman temple, so you get to keep your head. Unless it drops off, of course. Julius Caesar was one of the greatest Roman leaders. He was so successful, he was murdered by his friends. Rome had been run as a republic for many years. That's to say, the important people in Rome decided what to do. Then Julius Caesar became so powerful, there was a fear he'd take over everything. The people thought he wanted to become king of the Romans, and the Romans didn't like kings. The last king was a disaster. It says here his name was Tarquinius Superbus. Hey? Oh, sorry, Tarquinius Superbus. Tarquinius Superbus took away the Roman people's freedom, and some said he was the rottenest Roman of all times. Was it true that Caesar wanted to be crowned king? And would he get to be as bad as Tarquinius? If so, it would be better to kill him now. Here's your step-by-step guide to how it happened and why. 44 BC, Caesar has had himself chosen as dictator for life. According to enemies, this is just another way of saying the dreaded word, king. 44 BC, Caesar has started wearing red boots. According to enemies, only kings wear red boots. 44 BC, Caesar is due to go to war on the 15th of March, straight after he makes a speech. At war he will be surrounded and protected by his trusty soldiers. Enemies are saying if he's going to be killed, it will have to be today. 44 BC, a fortune teller has told Caesar not to make his speech to the powerful men in the Senate. Caesar apparently has ignored this advice. 44 BC, now Caesar's wife has asked him not to speak to the Senate. She's had nightmares and a feeling that something horrible is going to happen. Apparently, this will not stop him. 44 BC, reports are saying that someone has just asked Caesar what sort of death he would like to die, and he has answered a quick one. 44 BC, 15th of March, Caesar falls ill, but still keeps his date with the Senate. What will happen? We can't wait to find out. And so,